For this episode of The Orange Soul, I'm going to start with a couple of real world events. So let's go back in time to revisit the 90s. Remember the most famous car chase of all time? It involved O.J. Simpson. I'm guessing you know where I'm going with this. As we all know, O.J. is another term for orange juice. Mr. Simpson was actually nicknamed the juice to confirm the orange association. In this slow car chase, he was driving a white Bronco, a white horse, being chased by the Blue Bloods, the Copper. So the orange soul being carried inside of the white horse. Not only that, but Mr. Simpson was a football player, a running back. He carried the pigskin. As we know by now, the football pigskin represents the demon-possessed pigs in the Bible. I showed in the last Orange Soul video how Ant-Man was holding a giant deflated pigskin. Now the O.J. Simpson car chase takes on a whole new meaning. It was a ritual, and as we know, there was a double sacrifice. Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman were sacrificed on June 12, 1994. That's 2 days before Trump's birthday. Nicole Simpson had met O.J. in 1977. She died in 1994, so they were together for 17 years. Another Q reference and a Gemini 77. However, after looking into this after all these years, I began to wonder if it wasn't Ron Goldman who was the primary sacrifice. You see, he wanted to open a restaurant without a name. He just wanted to use the Egyptian Ankh symbol for the people to recognize it. He had an Ankh tattoo on his shoulder. Not only that, but he went to Pierce College in LA. Needles pierce, don't they? So what about Pierce College? Pierce College opened on September 15, 1947, the same year that O.J. was born. The college's original name was Clarence W. Pierce School of Agriculture. That's right, Clarence. I've talked about Claire, Clara, and Clarence before in previous videos. These names are used to reference clairvoyance. There is also a Los Angeles bus line that goes to the college. When this bus line was created on October 29, 2005, it was called the Orange Line. It had orange buses. That's right, orange. How about that? And of course it goes without saying, Ron Goldman sounds like Don Goldman. Donald Trump is the gold man after all. The golden age with the golden dome. Well, no point in beating that story to death, but it does show that there is something more to our reality than what we understand. Alright, time for the next story. Remember this from October 25th, 2024? People describe this unique discovery as orange alien egg pods, but apparently it was a colony of bryozoans, whatever that is. They have both male and female parts, so basically they clone themselves. They create their own doppelgangers. So what does this mean in this spiritual matrix we live in? Well, lots of stories about eggs the past couple of years, subliminally putting into people's minds that something is supposed to be hatched soon. Is that something the orange soul? Is it ready to be hatched or released? Is it the appointed time? I guess we'll find out. Now, in one of my Black Dawn of Graphene videos, I talked about Veribank. I said it reminded me of the cubed or squared version of a Vesica Pisces, that it had tiles like the scales of a serpent. Well, in the center of it, where some believe the pineal gland is represented, it is orange. Jesus wanted our lamp to be filled with light, not darkness. However, the devil wants to fill our lamp, our soul, with something else. Maybe the orange soul. Veribank's logo shows the serpent's version of the Vesica Pisces with an orange center. Veribank has an ITM, an internet teller machine. They deal with the digital currency system, among other stuff. So this associates the false light of the orange soul with the crypto blockchain currency system. The bank is trying to tell us something about this new system, aren't they? WKRP told us back in 1982. Dr. Johnny Fever is asking for a raise in this scene.
Be grateful to me. Give me some money.
Well, these things take time.
Spoken like a true crypto-fascist puppet of the managerial elite. Travis, I don't know how you can look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, well, I like looking at myself in the mirror.
Crypto-fascist. Johnny used the term crypto-fascist. Even then, they knew what this currency would be about. But today, people still think it's about freedom. A book was written about the electronic cash concept back in 1983, 1 year after WKRP mentions it. So did the writers of the episode know the author of the book? Also, Apollo Andy says I like looking at myself in the mirror. Why Apollo Andy? I've shown this before, but I'll show it again.
Right now, I think your main concern is Venus. He's supposed to be on the air in 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
WKRP, Cincinnati.
Hello. Venus Flytrap is not here this evening. However, a very good friend of his will be taking over Apollo Flytrap. So take it away, Apollo.
Who is the man in the mirror? Is it the man sitting next to Michael Jackson? The man with the Apollo Lucifer mural in his Trump Tower? Now, this tiled representation of serpent scales has been used before. The character Herb Tarlek from WKRP is known for his unique style. His suits are colorful tiles and he wears a white belt with shoes. Once his suit was compared to the seat covers of a VW Beetle. I've mentioned in the past, but I will say it again. Herb represents Abraham Lincoln and Quetzalcoatl. Maybe that's why his suits are like colorful scales.
My wife and I went to Washington about 3 years ago. The Lincoln Memorial is pretty good. There's a great big guy sitting in a chair.
Now look at this, everybody. Serpentina!
Hey, Johnny really knows how to party, doesn't he? Am I early, Jenny?
God, I thought it was 7 o'clock.
It is 7 o'clock. Get a hat and stand over there.
Peanuts? Thanks.
There you go.
Wow.
So is there a scene from WKRP that shows the orange soul? Of course there is. The clip comes from the episode Venus Rising. Venus is Lucifer, the morning star. The episode is the 45th of the series and the 23rd of the season. It aired on March 10th, 1980. That is the 69th day of the year with 296 remaining, the occult inversion number. Its mirror date is October 23rd. At the same time, Herb Tarlek tries to scam Carlson and Andy by telling them he got a job offer when he didn't. They let him go. So the scene is about Venus trying to get Herb back. When watching this clip, pay attention to what is in the scene as they are talking.
You going down instead of up. See, I was going up.
I know.
Oh, well, in that case, how about 1,200?
1,700 with a catch.
What?
That you offer Tarlek a $1,000 raise if he'll come back.
Her?
Yeah, we're a package deal.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we're soul brothers.
Herb Tarlek, the guy that sits here. Oh, wait a minute. No, Herb told Carlson that he was going to get $10,000 more each and every year at the television station. Now, what good is a $1,000 raise?
You make him a $1,000 off and he'll come back. See, Herb is a spiritual man. He's not into the material things of life.
Black hair, funny suits, shoes match the belt.
That's the guy.
right. All right.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
So Venus Lucifer tells Andy Apollo that Herb Lincoln Quetzalcoatl Tarlik is his soul brother. Now, did you see what was in the scene? Well, Venus was wearing an orange shirt as he was talking about his soul brother, the Orange Soul. So Venus and Herb are soul brothers? Why is this? Does this mean that Lucifer is soul brothers with Quetzalcoatl or Abraham Lincoln, since that's what their characters represent? As we know, Satanists like to play word games. So what else does Herb Tarlik represent? Well, an herb is a plant. Some have a medicinal use. But how about his last name, Tarlik? Here we have to separate the name, Tar and Lek. Tar is like a black goo, isn't it? I've said this previously. And backwards, tar is rat. Rats are associated with plague, so the black goo and plague. Then there is the word Lek. Well, this is Serbian or Czechoslovakian for medicine or cure. So the black goo plague with the medicine cure. That's the disease and the cure, like Apollo. When I first looked up the word Lek, it wasn't hard to find the Serbian word. When I looked it up again for making this video, I got nothing but the American version of the word. That means a place where animals go to mate. So I had to be very specific with my search the second time. Why would the algorithms not want to bring up the Serbian word Lek? Anyway, that means that Lucifer is also soul brothers with the disease and cure. He is soul brothers with Apollo. Also, Andy Apollo was wearing the blue tiled flannel shirt in the scene. The blue serpent scales, the blue bloods. Herb Tarlik is played by Frank Bonner. He was born on February 28, 1942. He died on June 16, 2021, at the age of 79. Now remember in my previous video I brought up another translation to the number of the beast? That translation said the number was 616. That's June 16th, 616. Now it's not in that clip, but in that scene Venus Lucifer was holding a coffee cup with a Chinese yin-yang symbol on it, the black and the white, the symbol that looks like the number 69. Remember, the episode aired on March 10th, the 69th day of the year. The coffee cup also had a gold ring on it around the opening. Now let's step away from WKRP and show something else. The Andy Capp chip bag. A popular snack for some. You've probably heard of hot fries. Well, the image on the bag tells all. It's a blue background with an orange iris. Andy Capp is coming out of the pupil. The eye is the window to the soul, right? So here we have the orange soul once again. Andy Capp's initials are AC. Is that a hint at Antichrist? The AC coming out of the orange soul eye? The blue and the orange are the same colors as the Florida Gators football team, where Gatorade comes from. I mentioned a Gatorade ad in a previous Orange Soul video. And in the WKRP clip, Venus wore an orange shirt and Andy wore a blue shirt, so repeating color schemes. And don't forget, OJ, the orange juice, chased by the blue bloods. Anyway, thank the Lord that he put a light bulb in my brain so I could see this stuff. So as always, I hope this helps and praise Jesus. And yes, there will be another Orange Soul video.